What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Hope everyone is doing very well. having a good Friday morning.
Yes. You should have told me there was another one coming.
KG, we made it. It's Friday.
Hey, we're getting sacked, you know. I had a review. He was on the beach, and I had my end of season review / how I've been managing the morning shows.
Yeah.
It's touch and go.
Yeah.
It's touch and
one
go.
Of those.
I know you
one
had
of those ones.
End of season review as well.
No. Which I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. Does that mean that you literally got called into the office?
I feel like I got called, bro. He called me from the beach and he goes, and he said, "How do you think the morning show's going?" When someone asks you that question, "How do you think the morning show's going?" I said, "Oh."
It's one of those ones where they go, when you go into your reviews or whatever, your sort of 6-month reviews, 12 months reviews, and they go, "How do you think you're doing right now?" And you go, "This can't be good."
Wait, is Minna crossing their fingers for someone to lose their job? She's taking the piss. She treat me like De Gea. Nah, she can't be.
Yeah, Minna's bringing that Marcel energy towards, towards KG regarding David De Gea. But we are going to talk about David De Gea this morning. We're going to talk about Andre Onana. What's his name, KG?
Oh, already. I was reading the free sheet.
Your face.
Your face.
You did the proper gulp of air as well. I went, "What's his name?" And you went,
"You about to lose your job." Oh wait. Oh, go on, say it good.
We're going to talk about Andre Onana. What's his name, KG?
Oh, nah.
We're going to be talking a bit about Mason Mount. Hopefully this deal will get wrapped up in the next, they're saying 7 days. There's a bit of a deadline on that. We're also going to talk about Declan Rice, not for too long, because it looks like he's going to go to Man City, most likely. We're also going to talk about possible alternatives to Mason Mount, but Romano's just tweeted in a few seconds ago, but it's more of the same. It's more of the same as what we kind of already knew. Yeah. And we're also going to talk a little bit about a striker search too. So plenty to get into this morning. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. As I mentioned, we are going to start off talking about goalkeepers, which again, speaking of Marcel, is his favorite topic. A lot of news coming out this morning regarding Andre Onana, KG, particularly reports from Italy. And I struggle to pronounce this website. Calcio Mercato, it's a big Italian sporting outlet, are saying that Manchester United have now decided to replace David De Gea. The matter between United and Andre Onana is serious. Erik ten Hag is the main promoter of the operation. Get Onana. Onana's agent, and this is the key thing, is already in England and will soon return with updates. First official contacts for Andre Onana have started between United and Inter Milan. He's worth around 55 million euros plus bonuses for Inter, a figure United seem to be willing to reach, even if it will be reached gradually, because of course this is Manchester United. So of course it's going to be reached gradually. Manchester United's management has given the go-ahead for a De Gea renewal and had reached an agreement in principle. But Ten Hag wants a goalkeeper who is good at playing with his feet. He has asked for Andre Onana or Diogo Costa. Now, some of the big hitters have also got involved here, with Fabrizio Romano saying and confirming these agent talks that we just mentioned previously, saying Andre Onana's agent, Albert Bottines, had a direct meeting with Manchester United yesterday. Man United are approaching goalkeepers to explore options in case De Gea leaves. Still waiting on a final decision on that one. But Inter won't sell Onana for any less than 50 million euros plus add-ons. As actually add-ons. This was also backed up by Gianluca Di Marzio, saying the same thing, that his agent is currently in Manchester to explore options and conditions with Manchester United. So, KG, the fact that his agent's in Manchester, his agent's talking to United as we speak, one, what does that say about the seriousness and realness of this transfer? And two, what does it say about David De Gea too?
Done deal, mate. It's a done deal. That's a done deal, mate. First signing on the books. We got a new keeper. Let me be relaxed. Let me be relaxed because I know this community get upset when I move like this. It's really good. One thing I'll quickly say is Papa Mentos in the house. Big up the We Talk Ajax guys. You know what I mean? It's good to see you lot. Big up to you lot. But yeah, just on this Onana thing, you could see that the manager, well, as soon as he started stalling on the contract, we should have known something's afoot. You know, something's not right here.
Something's afoot, Sherlock. The game's afoot.
The game's
afoot. It's elementary, Watson. Oh, yes.
Literally, like.
Why can't we do a Sherlock like Holmes and Watson duo? Why can't we do that?
I think we could. Who's going to be Sherlock though?
Big question, isn't it? Big question. I feel like I'm more Watson-ish. You know what I mean?
I think, yeah, but then I don't know if we'd be like Sherlock and Holmes that don't solve crimes.
No, exactly.
Like, we're just messing it up, just destroying the crime scene. Yeah. Anyway, hold on. People are here for us to be serious and get into deep football talk. So this is what we're going to deliver. You can tell I've had to end the season reviewing it.
Yeah.
What do you call it? No, on a serious note though, like this keeper, it feels right, but I feel that, you know, with Man United, he's got to be so careful. If this is the guy, and everyone's asked for someone that plays out from the back, this guy takes that to the next level. Yeah, so there should be no complaints now. This is what I would say a large percentage of the Man United community were looking for. Again, we said that it's it's not all about shot stopping. The game has evolved. We've heard, what you call it? Katie trying to be professional. Red flag. That's funny. The game is about, they say that the game is more than, you know, just being a shot stopper. You got to be good at distribution, this, that, and the other. Well, let's see if you lot are going to back your chat when this guy starts to do that. And if the ball does go into the net a lot to silly mistakes and stuff, if you guys are going to be patient with this man. Now, when he comes, if he is our next player, I really hope he does well. I really hope we do see some of the stuff that he was showing in that game against in the final, in the Champions League final. I really hope to see it. But we give him time, and I think this is what the Man United fans, well, a large percentage of them have been calling out for, saying we need to change the keeper. Well, look, a new one is here. Hopefully, he can save penalties as well.
You know what? It's funny with David De Gea too, and I've seen this, and this is always my point with him recently, is I agree with Marcel, I believe with Cam, I believe it's probably getting more unanimous that the general consensus is he's probably, as you said, famously once 20 million times, he's got to go. Right? Yeah. It's time at United's come to an end. It feels like it's a natural conclusion. It's a natural end. His contract's coming up. So we should just part ways and we should move on. I've said before, I don't like revisionist history. I don't like people acting like he's been, you know, a real detriment for us for the last decade. I don't like people sort of trying to play that he was never a good goalkeeper, because that's just not true or anything like that. You're a liar.
You're a liar. He's a liar.
But it's true. I don't like that. But at the same time, again, I do think that we should move on. But like, I've seen this. I don't know if you've seen these things on Twitter. And I know I went on a bit of a Twitter rant yesterday, but I'm going to go on another one. It's Friday. But there are people like, I saw one yesterday, it was Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace wished a happy birthday to Jason Punchin. And they said, happy birthday, Jason Punchin. And you get these weird Twitter accounts quote to him going, look at 52 seconds in. And it's Jason Punchin scoring a goal against De Gea. And their point is, in all of these videos that people do, Kante, they always go, oh, there's always a goal against De Gea. I went, he's been at Manchester United for like 12 years. Of course there's going to be a goal against De Gea. He's played against every club like 10 times, 11 times.
No, they're taking a piss.
And also 52 seconds in. So there's 52 seconds worth of other goals against other goalkeepers. But the De Gea one, they go, classic. Look, who's in there again? Oh, yeah.
Nah, come on, man. Goalkeepers you're a goalkeeper. Goals will go past you. Like, it's no, but what do you call it? Cam, he's an absolute disgrace. He's someone that needs a 2-foot tackle. Slide tackle, no ball. He does, because his De Gea agenda, it stinks. It stinks. Sometimes I see him just tweeting or in the group, and I think, oh, you need to get tackled. You need to he's so happy about it, bro.
It's just interesting about UKG, because you yesterday also said that Avram Glazer deserves a 2-foot tackle. And I like the way that that's your solution to everything.
Sometimes that's just the way, because 2-foot tackle, you get the aggression out. The ref comes over to you, and it's like he starts looking on the ear and stuff, and he's like, "Go on, mate."
If you get a bill in the post and you open it up, do you go, "Who sent this?" You just see KG chasing after the postman. What 2-foot tackle? So I operate.
Now, only people that violate, and I think what Cam's doing with the Cam agenda against David De Gea, it stinks. I get it. You want to see him gone, and I'm cool to see him gone as well. I think a lot of Man United fans have come to that point where they're like, well, maybe we've reached the end of this. Maybe we reached the end of this journey. But then it's just, in the way. But I'm excited. This Onana thing, I am excited about this signing. It's like, the only thing is the African nations played in the middle of the season, or is that paid at the end of the season now?
Played in January. But what's interesting, of course, KG, is that Onana went with, it's Cameroon, isn't it? Went with Cameroon to the World Cup, but then he got sent home because he fell out with the manager. And do you know why he fell out with the manager? It's sort of the antithesis of the De Gea situation. It's because Onana wanted to play out from the back. He wanted to be doing his usual thing, and the Cameroon manager told him not to. He said, "No, you don't play like that. You play long. You kick the ball at the pitch. You went going home." And I think they're saying now he's retired.
He's
retired.
He's retired.
I believe so. Yes, that's what they're saying in the chat.
Nah, this guy.
Can you imagine the opposite? That is the legit opposite of David De Gea, isn't it? Of them saying, you can see. Imagine Ten Hag going, "Go long, go long." Don't want to. I always play out from the back.
This guy's a wild card. This guy, again, I'm excited about this signing. I think it'll be fun. I think it will be fun. Again, he's what Man United fans want. He's fitting the style, and the way the manager's done this year, you have to now say, is the manager on all these levels of lying? Because, mate, there's what he says, and then what happens, and mate, it's different, isn't it? Weghorst in the season is picking up Weghorst, saying Weghorst this, Weghorst that. Soon as the loan ended, see you later, Weghorst. Sabitzer. There's been so many different players that he said one thing and it's been a whole different scenario for.
Well, it's an interesting one too, because you mentioned before, you said, it's Barthez-ish in the sense of when he plays, he's eccentric in how he plays, and he's so calm under pressure. We saw it in the Champions League final, but on another level, maybe it feels like. And this is probably thinking several steps ahead. I mean, we haven't even put a bid in yet, let alone signed him. But the point being is that play does lead to mistakes. Mistakes will happen, and bad goals will be conceded just because that's the risk you run.
Yeah.
And as we've said, if and when that does happen, just goes part of the process. Yeah. I
don't want to hear nothing from anyone. No, when the mistakes start happening here, everyone just has to be quiet. Because the reason why I'm saying that is you lot asked for this. When we had
Gary said, be quiet.
Be quiet. Just
shush.
Just be quiet. Do you know why? Because we've asked for this. We've had a shot stopper. We said the game has evolved. So in this evolved game, this comes with it. This is the byproduct of playing out from the back. Simple as that. You know what I mean? That's what we got to understand. I hope he's good at coming and collecting as well, jumping for corners and stuff.
Claiming crosses, yeah.
Well, I hope he is all the things they said. But if he's a mad little if he's not great at shot stopping, and people said that's not important anymore in football. So we move forward. But if this is guy's our keeper, this is the guy we need to back. This is the guy we say, yo, this is what life looks like now. I hope it gives us an option, because now if you play, who can you play there? If Luke Shaw plays as the left centre back, would be okay, because Martinez is known for playing those passing out from the back balls and stuff, and we didn't have Martinez at times this season. If our goalkeeper can do it, it just gives us an option. Are you with me?
Do you know why I think we've really progressed this one, not quickly, but the De Gea thing suddenly kind of stopped dead, and then we sort of really quickly moved on to Onana? It's because if Erik ten Hag, we saw this last year, if Erik ten Hag has the possibility to get a player that he's worked with before, he's getting him. Yeah. And but this is what I said. I said this to Flex a couple of weeks ago. I said, like, you can imagine, I don't even have a pen near me. Actually, I do. Eric was like this, you know, going down at slow motion to get De Gea's contract. He went, Onana's available.
Wait. Hold on. Let me do the sound effects as well. Hold on a second. Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. You're right in. Onana's available. What did he say? What's his name? Onana.
Yeah. Onana. It's clear, eh? Paper. Rip. But it's true. It's true. If there's a player that he managed at Ajax, because you saw how the Ajax team played. Onana wasn't playing in goal that day that you went to see him, but we saw him in the Champions League and all that kind of stuff too. He knows that guy inside and out. He knows his capabilities, and he's in De Gea for a year as well. He knows what De Gea is capable of and not capable of. And he went, and even in his mind, he might go like, I'm not even saying Onana's a better goalkeeper than David De Gea. But I'm saying I know guaranteed Onana can do what I want my goalkeeper to do, because I've seen it. I've worked with him before. He's done it. So the moment that he becomes available and he knows he's on the market, it's game over. Like, it is game over at that point. Erik ten Hag goes with people he trusts, whether it's Martinez, whether it's Anthony. He wanted Urian Timber as well. Malacia, he'd seen him up front, put his name down. So the moment that Onana became available, it was like, sorry, David. That contract.
I think he was pissed off. I honestly think he lost in the FA Cup final. Because did you see his face when they scored really early? Or even after the second one, it's like, you know, he does that thing that he does. He just touches the chin. And in his mind, he's only thinking, like, fuck that guy.
Well, and also as well with De Gea, he must have been thinking, fuck, this has happened a few times over the last few weeks, David. You know what I mean? West Ham, Sevilla.
And the Sevilla one was painful. Man United really wanted to win that Europa League, you know, more than anything. That was like an important trophy for us, you know, and the way we went out was kind of criminal. It was. We could have beaten, like, the FA Cup route was probably a harder route, if we're being honest with ourselves. That European route was the closest we was gonna get, and we just, again, it is what it is.
Think back to, I was thinking this the other day because I was going through our socials, and it was on YouTube as well because there was a short of it. And I was looking at Flex's reactions when we were facing Sevilla at Old Trafford. You forget, like, we were 2-0 up at that game. It was easy. We were battering them. Like, and then you got to 2-2. They ended up winning the whole thing, KG. Like, we were going to knock them out. And we got a couple of injuries, a few mistakes. Malacia came on and all that kind of stuff. Maguire came on. And then we collapsed, and Sevilla go on to win it. And it's like,
it sucks.
I'm not saying
stats here, Owen, that you might like. It's Onana's save percentage, 76.4, where David De Gea is 70.4. He's way better. Different league, though. We'll see it, though. I'll back this guy. If he comes in, I promise you, I've got nothing to say. I know it's time to move on from my guy. I hate when we have a penalty and I'm like, he's not saving that. I should have a higher, like, you know, expected saves, on penalties. Mine is incredibly low. If he does it, I'm like, and we could have like 15 penalties. David De Gea.
You know what it is too with De Gea? Again, if he had a year still left on his contract or 2 years, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, would we? Because we'd say, well, you're not going to sell him. Like, it's who's going to come in and get him, who's going to come out and buy that contract. So again, it's not a disrespect to De Gea. It's more a case of like, it's time. It's come to a natural end here. And, you know, if he signs a new contract, what's it going to be? A year? Of course it's not. It's going to be at least, what, 3 years, you would think? Something like that. Are we going to keep David De Gea around for 3 years? And knowing that we're not going to be able to sell him really either, who's going to take him?
Yeah.
It's come to a natural end.
It's come to a natural end. What's the super chat saying? What are we saying?
Yes, let me get the super chats up here. We've got quite a few of them. Everything Carpi, a fish account, says, don't Inter still owe United money for Lukaku? I don't know, possibly. I don't know. I don't know how long that was spread out across, but someone can let us know in the chat as well. Sashiv says, congrats to City, #4Pete. Is that referring to the fact that they're getting Declan Rice and Kovacic? We haven't even started the season yet, Sashiv. Come on. I thought you were going to press the button.
I hate
thought you were going to press dead.
Enough. Sorry, I don't want to swear. I'm really, you know what's good, you know? I hate City. It's taken. I think I had to be there. I was in that final, and I thought, you pricks. I didn't even like the way they celebrate. I just don't like them. I'm finally there. Like, I don't like City. I had to have a emotional moment and just being there amongst them. I didn't know any City fans. They're just jumping around me. City. One guy, some pricks. I don't like them. Yeah. There was one guy on the coach as well, being a prick. He done the whole plane thing as well. He's a little fuck them, actually. You know, fuck them. Sorry.
V33 says Pep was praising Onana is 27, Edison is 30. Hijack. Is Edison that old? How old's Edison?
Don't know, man. Fuck those guys.
29. I didn't realize he was that old. Next one is Ahmad says this is the way. ... Mandalorian. Kristen says 200k party. I'll do a 2-footed tackle to Cam. Send the envelope through my post. Jeez. That was.
So I'm just trying to get myself out of my.
I know. I'm sure you're trying to compose yourself.
A little tail spin.
Yeah. I know. I'm going through these. You can calm down. V33 says Glazers deserve a room with Cantona and Kino. Ahmad says Onana is elite on the ball, but honestly, the way he does it is so stressful. We're gonna have to get used to that as well. I was saying watching the Champions League final, KG, that like even as a neutral, I was watching him getting nervous, going, you got to pass it. Someone's right next to you. Like, because we're used to that with De Gea of going, he's going to get tackled. We've got to kind of retrain our brain a little bit when it comes to that as well.
Fab tweet. Again.
Mike says it's not just shot stopping. He does all the basics better than David De Gea, sweeping, claiming crosses, etc. A lot of keepers are doing those same world-class saves, and we keep giving David De Gea credit for. Look at the league stats. Isaac says, bros, KG, I've resigned to De Gea leaving after I watched Onana for the final. I was supporting him to stay initially. I am coast to coast says, are you saying the fact that City walked through our whole out grill to get a free shot is De Gea's fault? I'm not sure.
All right, look, I've got a tier 9, median tier 9.
But senior bros, KG, I suspect Ten Hag a little bit. If you buy Mount, which kind of ball player do you want? From De Jong to Mount. So basically saying there's a downgrade too there too. KG, tier 9.
Tier 9, here we go. Manchester United are set to submit a third official bid in excess of 55 million for Mason Mount. Sources feel this is going to be the final proposal after two bids rejected in recent weeks. Man United won a quick resolution. Also, 100% agreed personal terms. More to follow. That's from Fabrizio Romano. He just tweeted that 2 minutes ago.
It's perfect timing, KG, indeed, because we're just moving on to Mason Mount, because obviously a lot going on with him in the last 24 hours. As KG mentioned, the tier 9 tweet. Romano did also tweet saying that this third proposal would be coming soon, like KG mentioned. And sources, KG, according to Romano, feel that the Mason Mount deal has to be completed by the end of next week. United will bid again, but insist for a quick resolution. They won't keep negotiating for long. sure. And they reckon that 60 to 65 million is enough to convince Chelsea. But as KG mentioned, this third bid of 55 million is going to be going in soon. It's not said, I suppose, if there's going to be add-ons to this, because you could have 55
I think it's 50,
plus 5.
50 and plus 5 in add-ons.
And I think that's going to be enough.
He allowed the class. So they wanted to leave. He needs to leave. And Chelsea, even though they've made a lot of money in the last few days and stuff, some of those deals are not signed. Like, it's not complete. Listening to Fabrizio,
they're happening now.
Yeah, they're happening, but they're complex deals. You know, they're still quite hard to do. So to be in line and everything okay with FFP, you just want to, like, what do you call it? Dot the I's and cross the T's. That's what they need to do right now. And linking up with Man United and getting this money, because we've been in this back and forth. We're probably going to offer them some more upfront, so they can say, guaranteed. It's an easier deal to do. It's a traditional deal. Whereas again, that's a new market in the Saudi league, so it probably a different way of doing things. So they have to. This makes more sense. I expect them to say yes. We hope.
I mean, Romano said that his sources believe that it had to get done within 7 days. I see the Mirror say that Eric Ten Hag's keen to have Mason Mount, the deal wrapped up before they embark on the preseason tour, which is 2 and a bit weeks time, something like that.
That could be 2 signings. That could be 2 signings.
7 days.
What you call it? Onana and what you call it? That'd be good. 2 signings.
Do you think Mount can get done in 7 days?
Absolutely. Wait, hold on. You support Man United. Sorry about that.
KG, come on. Do you think
we could agree? I think
by this time next week, Friday the 30th of June, do you think we hear? Here we
go. The players? Where are the players?
That's what the fans are going to be tweeting. That's what we know it. We know that it's impossible. Like, we're not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. He's gonna join us on the tour. He's gonna join us. He's gonna
I think it can get done in 7 days. It could.
We're United. We don't.
Why couldn't it?
Like that? Because we're us. We'll sign him. Like, it'll say agreed, and the medical won't be booked for time. You know how we move. The unveiling, we're ridiculous. We are. When it comes to that, like, we can make it take long. But let's go into this though. Let's just play around with this thought. If Chelsea say no, Man United have tried something, and I thought it was a nice little clever move. They said, if you lot don't accept this bid, pretty much, we're gonna go for Moise Caicedo. And I thought that was interesting, right? Because we've been monitoring, as we are monitoring FC, but we know that's the player that they want. That's the player that they want next. And I'm saying, listen, if you lot make this hard for us, we're gonna go for your number 1 target, which would fit us like a glove. He'll be fine for us, And I think they tried to do the negotiation, like, especially with Chelsea now, probably a bit wary, because Arsenal might not win the Declan Rice target, and their second target is Caicedo, right? So they're thinking, guys, we actually got to move. We probably need to accept this money as soon as possible and go and buy this kid, because next week City change everything. Once Declan Rice is in a light blue shirt, forget about it. Everyone's gonna go and make certain decisions. You not think so?
Well, United threatening that we're going to go for Caicedo, which we're going to bring up in a bit. That is like United trying to play poker, but they've got like a million twitches every time they lie. They're like, no, you're not. You're not going to go get Caicedo. You want Mason Mount. You're going to put 3 bids in for him. Everyone knows who you want. You want a goalkeeper. You want Mason Mount. You're looking for a striker. Yeah, with Caicedo, they're like, come on. That's not what's interesting though, with Romano is this, he's saying in excess of £55 million as well. So that would suggest that maybe it is a 55 plus 5, which gets to that magic 60 number that Chelsea are looking for. And one thing to be said about Chelsea is they do move quick. We saw with Kai Havertz, we saw with all of these Saudi deals that once they've agreed on a number, and you've actually agreed that price, as they're saying, personal terms, they're done. They were done ages ago for Mason Mount. So my point is, like, who's to say that can't get done in the next 7 days? If they get that number that they're looking for, which they're getting closer, they were saying yesterday, weren't they, that getting closer? It is getting closer. all of the stuff on the player side they've already done. So why can't it be done in 7 days?
Man United, even if we get the deal, I'm talking about like, are you mean like unveiling? Like you'll see him in a Man United shirt? Because
I'm saying, here we go.
Oh yeah, you get it. Here we go in 7 days. I'm talking about an unveiling, like we're not gonna see it. You know, when typical United, where we stretch it out, it's gonna be one of those situations, I feel.
Well, it might be something like when does the
It launch?
Yeah, the kit launch. That's what I was gonna say. It's next week, isn't it? That's part of it as well.
If Man United was ever that quick and we got the new player and a new kit, I don't see it though. We're a disgrace. It takes long. Anything we do, yeah, bruh. We are like we're terrible. We're terrible when it comes to it. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna hold my breath. I think, look, if the player comes in, the player comes in. So you're saying you don't believe in the Casado link at all. You don't think if they say no again, you don't think
no. Again, he's going. They reckon Chelsea have already agreed their personal terms with him. Anything's possible. A hijack's always possible in anything, but you have to also remember KJR budget. And this probably feeds into what we're going to talk about in a second with Declan Rice. But I think United are still trying to figure out, like, how are we going to... These players we want to get, how are we actually going to afford all of them? Because we don't really have that money. And those players that we're going to sell this summer, not many of them looking like they're leaving at the moment. They're offering Donny out on loan.
The Donny thing is the Donny thing, is frustrating. But I'm just, again, it's one of those ones where you hope that a bid will come in. I think them just saying that they're open up to loans is just kind of sending a message out to potential buyers that he is available, But if we do, the main thing for me is if we do loan out Donny, I need there to be you have to buy this player. Man United have done loans so many times in the past with no instruction to buy. We sent a Martial. Sevilla should have bought him, and he should have been Sevilla's problem. But again, he just comes home. Bailly just comes. All of these guys go on loan and just come home, and it's like, bro, what did you do on loan? The only person that probably had a really successful loan was Lingard, and then we brought him home, telling him he's going to get first team football. What? Yeah. Let's not even think about that.
Well, Ben Jacobs has just tweeted as well, saying that Manchester United's third bid for Mason Mount is imminent and is expected to be over £55 million. As revealed in May, Manchester United's aim was always to try and sign Mount for under 60 million. Man United are now hoping Chelsea are more flexible on the price after Mount told them he wants the move. So I think essentially they're saying that it's going to be over 55 but under 60. And the big question is are Chelsea going to say yes or no to that?
Well, we'll hear something. Luckily, we'll hear something today. And be honest, Owen. Let's just have an honest moment. There's not a lot of us here. Yeah.
there's only 2,200 people watching, and less than 200. Well, just over 200 likes, by the way. So get that to 500. And we are less than 40 subscribers away from 143,000. You can see the number top right hand corner. So let's make a dent in that as well. But there's not many people here. You're right.
Right. So it's just like this is like as safe as a conversation that we have just when we're talking. Do you want Chelsea to say no?
What? Because I don't want Mount. Is that what you're trying to?
Yeah.
No, I want us to sign players. And again, if Ten Hag wants him and Ten Hag clearly wants him, I'm with the manager.
No, I did not see that. I said, forget about the manager. Forget about what the manager wants.
Oh, do I want Chelsea to say no?
Owen, I'm saying, what do you want in this moment? And we should put a poll up as well and ask the community what they want. And let's just be honest. Let's not do this thing here. Someone said,
do you want Mason Mount?
Do you want Chelsea to say no? Because it's the final bit. Yeah. And you lot, let's just not just do this. Oh, whatever the manager wants. What do you want? This is, as a fan, what do you want? So I'm going to ask you this question again.
Go on.
Owen, would you like Chelsea to say no? So Man United put their money elsewhere.
Now, do I have a button that can accurately explain this?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
No, I want him to say yes. I do.
Ah, that's the greatest button ready for the moment. What's the... Wait, let's see what they're saying. What's the poll saying?
The poll that KG put in there, 300 votes in less than a minute. Do you want Chelsea to say no? 49%, 48% say yes, and 52% say no. And I'm in the no. I want them to say yes. I want them to go, I want Chelsea to accept. I don't want Chelsea. It's a very double negative going on with this question, by the way. Do you want Chelsea to say no? No. You want them to say no? No, I don't. No, I don't want to say no. What?
I need, you know what? A little part of me, if they said no, I'd smile a little bit. I mean, cool. Because it's not my desired, when I think about getting closer to Man City, this isn't really the player that I think.
Is your fault, KG. Lots of people saying they're very confused by the poll question. This was my concern. It's very confusing.
All right, cool. Listen, all right, let's ask in a simple way. Yeah. Do you want us to get Mason Mount?
That's the question.
It was better the way I did it, but hey.
We could put a new poll.
Oh, go on, put a new poll. Do you want us to sign Mason Mount? Yes or no? There you go.
Yeah.
But my thing was, I was just doing it from the breakdown of, if this is our final bid, if they say no, it's over, innit?
We said that last time.
All right, cool. Let's see what the people say. And not what the managers, just what you want as a fan. Because we're the fans at the moment. Yeah. Whatever the manager does, whatever we want, it doesn't happen anyway. We want bare players and they haven't come. So, I'll be interested. Do you want Man United to say Mason Mount? There you go. Oh, 57%. They're excited. I just don't, and the funny thing is, I'm happy to be wrong about a signing. I'll be way happy, but I just don't know. I just feel like I want players that are going to get us closer to Man City. And I don't know if this is the guy, if he's a ultimate starter, is he replacing Eriksen? These are the things, is he going to be in a midfield? Is it a midfield of Casemiro, Bruno, and him? Is that the future? That's
the majority are saying yes. They want United to sign Mason Mount. 58% so far. Right. We'll let that poll continue to play out. I do want to talk about Declan Rice this morning as well, KG, because this was a story yesterday. And look, anything's possible, although it looks very, very likely he's going to go to Man City at this point. It was reported by the Daily Mail that Manchester United had inquired for Declan Rice in recent days with a view to offering £40 million plus Harry Maguire and Anthony Elanga. However, they are viewed as outsiders in this race. Outsiders, mate. City are getting him. And this is you mentioned earlier on about my hatred for City's going up and all this kind of stuff. Do you know what's scary with them? And I've noticed them do this a few times now, that they lose an older player, a legend, whoever it may be. They just replace them straight away. It's crazy what they do. So with this, they've gone Gundogan, gone to Barcelona. We'll get Declan Rice.
Just like that.
Done.
Wait, no, what's so crazy? I was on the show, I was on
lose Fernandinho, they get Rodri.
Yeah.
Lose company, I will get Diaz.
Yeah. I was in a show the other day, and I was like, let's lose Gundogan, Don't be surprised if City decide, you know what, we'll have him. And then people was like, nah, no way. He was saying, nah, literally, bro, the next day, Man City are going to table a bid. I said, excuse me? People started saying I jinxed it. and that was the reason why I was like, "Whoa, no, tier 9." But I don't think like it weren't me like that, you know. That one's beyond me because I say a lot of players I want to see in the Man United shirt. But on this Declan Rice thing, yeah, how do you turn them down? You know, if you're saying like right now, you got 3 clubs in for you, yeah. You got Arsenal, us, and Man City. Now, I would say we're a better club to come to than Arsenal, absolutely, yeah. Because obviously I'm a Man United fan, innit? But then you can't pretend that Pep and them, man, are not over there, right? And that's guaranteed. You're guaranteed silverware. Like, guaranteed. This is like, you've already won
Well, that's
something
what it used
already.
to be like, didn't it? With United. It used to be like United go back in the day. If Sir Alex comes in, you go to United. Why? You win shit. Like every season, you win something. You can't argue with City. Every season, they win something. And I saw an interview with Declan Rice where he was saying, like, I'm not naive. I want to win stuff and all that kind of stuff. And it's not to say that if you go to Arsenal, you're not going to win anything, because they might. Maybe not the league, but they might win something. It's not to say if you go to United, you won't win something, because we won the Carabao Cup last season, right? You might win stuff, but in terms of guaranteed every single season, at least one thing you're going to win. That's what happens at City. It's guaranteed. And we mentioned not only Rice, Kovacic, KG.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be good. Well, do you know what the funny thing is? They'll be the same. They'll still be the same. Someone's like, "Oh, what are we gonna do now, bro?" That's what they're like. It doesn't matter. Like, they're still gonna win. You know what I mean? So it's just shit, fam. I hope the honest thing. I hope that he wants to play for Man United, and we're offering him a good deal. You know, Maguire. I think we should do the McTominay one. I was surprised with the Langer one. I think we should offer them both, Maguire and McTominay. You lot are set. But even offering them like what's the name can do the Jesse Lingard job. Elanga's got that Jesse Lingard-esque work rate. Not saying he's as good as Jesse, but I'm saying he's got that good work rate. Scores it internationally as well. Gets him with the goals. You know, so he's a player that I could see West Ham enjoying. Again, the Maguire thing, I don't know if their fans will be excited about Maguire, but a Maguire in that type of team, he might do all right, because it's not like they're playing a high line. So they might see the best of Maguire in that situation.
Yeah, certainly possible. Let's get some of these super chats out the way, and then we can move on to the next topic. We've got quite a few, I think. Here we go. Ahmad says, usually the Mount offer reports come with immediate refusal. Not this time, something there. Ahmad also says, third kit is fire, away kit is whack as hell, or referring to the United kits. Have you seen that away kit?
What the cool, what do you call it? Newcastle-ish one?
The sort of green, dark green.
I like alternative kits though, so I'll probably get it.
Well, you like the Boy Kev kit, even though you won't admit it.
Yeah, I did.
Sasif says, off topic, but do you think Arsenal will challenge next season with Shy Havertz?
No. I can't wait for an Arsenal meltdown. Honestly, like I'm here for it. I just hope we're in the race. I honestly hope we're in the race, but I want Arsenal to just fall on their face. They think they're so good. They think they're so great. The best team in London. Shut up.
KG, you're going to have to help me with this next super chat. It's from Isaac. He says, lie to Mount. What does that mean?
What?
L-A-I.
I need to see it. Wait, hold on. Let's go and look at this. Lil Yo-Yo, Jinx, no, not that one. Nope.
It's up on the screen.
Is it really high? I'm not watching it from the screen. Oh well, can't do nothing about it. Sorry, can't help you.
Nothing about it.
Yeah,
well. C Swift is the latest member of the UV Members Club. Welcome to C Swift. Diva's been member for 12 months. Says KG, how you know Mount will not be good at United? Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, and Silva were okay players, but made into best by Pep. And Mount is a good player.
Absolutely. I hope, because we've been wrong about I don't know. This is the thing. I thought Sancho was going to come here and source, and it didn't go the way he wanted. So I don't know shit. I'm not the manager. I honestly don't know shit. I just hope he plays well. Again, it's not what I wanted. It's not my first desire, right? But then if he comes in and plays ball well, I'll be happy. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing to do with you. You're gonna take
I
it
don't
with
know,
someone else.
literally.
Nothing to do with you. Take it with someone else, KG. Marquis says, has been a member for 1 month, says the reality is Mason Mount won't shift the needle for Man United. We are paying over the odds again for another English overrated player. Sad times.
Oh, he just said, I said lie. I missed it. I didn't see what he was. I couldn't see on the screen.
Carlson says, Mount is Ericsson with much better defensive work rate and similar creative abilities. Good under Tuchel. Don't underestimate the manager. Can change the impact. Lil Yo-Yo says, K Jinx the comedian. The tier 9 sources judge.
I was reading the comments again.
Okay.
So,
Armand says, honestly, and no disrespect intended, people who keep trashing Mount don't know football. Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, and many others had bad seasons in Chelsea and were said to be washed. Look at them now. So, look, again, clearly Ten Hag feels like he can get something out of the player.
If he makes Mount into being something special for Man United, I'll be happy. I'll be gassed. It'll be incredible. If Mount gets into the England team, well, he's kind of thereabouts on the England team, right? If he gets into the England team and he's starting, fantastic. I want it to work. You know, like there's so many signings that we said we wanted and they haven't lived up to expectations. Donny van der Beek being one of them as well. So again, we just have to sit back and wait for this manager to cook. 55 million is not a lot of money. So in terms of when the expectation from journalists, when you got a 100 million player, you're in a lot of trouble, really. You know, I think 55, you kind of float under the radar if you're with me. So I think he's in a good situation. I hope he's a starter. I really hope we get to see the best of Mason Mount and he like changes the way we play.
Shahil Patel says, KG, I saw a West Ham fan on DR Sports say they would take Scott as part of the deal. We just try it and see if Rice wants to play with his best friend. So we'll see.
Now it's the thing of Grealish though, man. You know, they like Rice can go in there, him and Grealish will have the time of their lives. You know what I mean? So before I was like, he's got his bestie, but
well, and also, yeah, he's just seen Calvin Phillips, who he plays in midfield with for England, win a treble at Man City with barely playing. He's gone, I can do that.
No, but the thing with Calvin, yeah, I don't think when people are talking, I think he's very quiet when it comes to it because Calvin knows you weren't involved, bro. You know that, like, you know, it's like he can't.
You see him when he arrived at England and he was doing this. He arrived at England and he was giving it that. Is that how many games you played this season?
This is unacceptable.
We did speak about Moises Caicedo being a Mason Mount alternative. So I feel like we've kind of covered this one. But the issue of actual alternatives to Mason Mount is something that we should talk about very briefly because Simon Stones tweeted saying that a third bid for Mason Mount around 55 million is expected. Club is set to walk away from the deal if Chelsea don't accept. With a year left, United do not believe a 70 million valuation is realistic. Is there any chance we actually do walk away, though? Like I said before, United are awful bluffers. They're playing poker. Have you got aces? They're like that. No. You got a lot. You got a lot of towels.
We're not walking away from shit. We said this our last one. We're not. We knew even like, you know, when you got to do the fake, like the eye roll and be like, we're taking the liberties. We're basically gagging for this player. Yeah. It's done. It's finished. They know. Even like remember the other article? They know that Man United will be back again. Remember that was that line of they even though they said it's a final bid, Man United expected to come back. We're not walking away.
Well, Flex is in the chat. He says now we'll walk away. Flex says we'll walk away.
This is the thing with Flex. Flex yesterday said walk away yesterday. We saw the final bid yesterday, and then remember what he said? He looked disgrace. Yeah, Flex said walk away after that second one, bro. We're back at the table, bro. Literally, and it's like, and it's one of those ones where hold on, let me look at what Fabrizio actually said because it's quite funny. Wait.
whilst you find it, I think it's also worth pointing out that as a culture of Manchester United, talking about walking away and not living up to promises and deadlines and things of that nature, Manchester United had 3 rounds of bidding for the club. The Qatari bid's on the 5th bid. About deadlines and walking away.
We're not getting anywhere. Personal times have been agreed, bro. Like, we're trying to find a quick resolution. Man United ain't getting anywhere. Literally, like, we're in this deal to the end. And if don't be surprised, again, it's what you're saying, 55 in excess of 55.
Yes, in excess.
There you go. It's looking kind of 60 million-ish for someone that's in their final year of their contract. We're having our pants pulled down, by the way. I hope you know this.
As well, like you said, what they're going to go through all the things. They've agreed personal terms. Mason Mount has told Chelsea on several occasions, "I'm not signing a new contract. I'm moving to United." Blah blah blah. And United go, "All right, we'll walk away from it then." And the worst thing is, KG, if we did walk away, a bit like we walked away from which deal last year, the Antony deal, still ended up signing him. Okay.
We're getting on strike. We're getting on strike, and there's not a lot of moment left in the show, but the likes are not good enough for me. I'm sorry. We're getting on strike. We're just gonna sit here. They can do something about it, and they can, because we only got a few more minutes left.
Actually, no, we're going on strike for 2 reasons. Okay, one for the likes, because we're 50 likes away from 500, but also for the subs, because KG, we're 30 subscribers away from 143. 143,000. We can do that. We can do that. 30 subscribers away. In terms of the analytics, you always see that thing about how many people are actual subscribers versus non-subscribers. We can get 143,000. And as KG mentioned, in terms of the reviews, when they're coming up, when they ask, "Hey, how's the morning shows going?" KG and myself can go 143. That was us. So
I'm on strike, so what I'll be doing is I'll be talking with the volume down, and I'm talking bare stuff about all the players that I want.
Go on.
Did you hear that?
I'm not on mute. I'm not on mute. I
Are the likes going up? Are the likes going up?
They've gone up, and we're 25 away from 143,000. We can hit that. We can hit it.
Good. I think that's better, because I was disgusted. That was terrible. Where we wake up on time, we get here, we got to do you research.
KG.
Do we do it?
No, there's been a madness. Ahmad's gifted 20 United View memberships. Count them, 20.
What? This is acceptable. This is acceptable. Wow, Ahmed, man. Just when we were trying to discuss the community and that, he just pulls a deep free like Steph Curry, fam.
Yeah. Feels very sort of manipulation-ish, doesn't it? We've got
I know,
we've been on strike.
We was on strike. Strikes work, man. That's why you gotta give up for the train people. Maybe yeah, man. Strike, but
they work. They work.
Bro.
Big up Ahmad, and all of the new members too.
Big up all the new members that get one of those. That'll be wicked.
Oh, actually, the new members, they'll be able to watch. I don't think it's out yet. I think it's coming out today. There's a new episode of UV Raw, and it's when you went to go interview Anthony.
What? Wait, I was gassed.
Which I believe, if I'm correct, I might be wrong. That is 1, you and Josh watching AFTV, watching videos of Ty and Don Robbie, and 2, it might be the television episode.
It's the television episode. It is. Oh shit! How much mine a TV? Oh, fucking hell. How did that happen to us?
So in that episode,
I blame Josh. Josh had no, like, Josh, you know what? The TV's actually Josh's fault. He should have been more like, KG, you're a bloody technician guy. You do this all the time. Like, come on, Josh. He should have said, like, the fact that we got 2.
it's honestly, it's
It's bad.
The fact that Katie and Josh got sold fake televisions. Again, you've got to watch it. If you're not part of the UB Members Club.
So bad for Josh, yeah. I was like, all right, I'll pay for your TV. Just gave the money back to him. I was like,
oh,
you know what you do? Like, obviously, you do these things and stuff. You're acting and stuff, and that you like, I was like, oh, this was a silly decision.
Josh is in the chat. He's called you a Nigerian con man.
No, Josh should have been smarter. Josh should have asked more questions. And Josh, when Josh driving on, he's like, oh, this feels like deja vu and the TVs didn't work. I was like, Josh, your deja vu is bare late, bro. Like,
yeah. Well, you already had the TVs at this point. Oh, deja vu. I think it's not gonna work.
We were like certain miles from London. He said, oh, I've had deja vu and this didn't work. And I was like, shit.
What kind of knockoff Raven Simone is he? I've just had a vision. These aren't going to work.
I hate Josh, man.
Final story, KG. Striker search. It's continuing. According to the Daily Mail, Manchester United's technical staff are understood to be keen on Randall Kolo Muani, although they could face competition from Bayern Munich. His valuation is quite high, but Frankfurt are prepared to accept an initial payment of 50 to 60 million pounds. Also, though, Eric Ten Hag is known to be an admirer of Gonzalo Ramos. It is thought that Benfica would not accept less than the 85 million pounds paid for Darwin Núñez, but he may be available for a lower price. Out of those two, if we're not getting Harry Kane,
I don't know. It feels kind of underwhelming. Not gonna lie to you. It feels
but anyone's going to feel underwhelming, isn't it? If it's not Harry Kane or Osimhen.
Yeah, but we don't. The funny thing is, we hope like a player just works out. Even like Weghorst left me with like there's a lot of scar tissue from the Weghorst thing because what I thought I was getting. And what I got was completely different. I honestly thought, you know what? We said what he's 2 in, he's 1 in 2. This, that, and the other, 6'7". There was all these attributes that you'd have thought he's gonna do all right at Man United. Blood, he was in a disgrace. So now it's like we have to be honest and say, hey, look, unless it's a sure thing, like a Kane, we don't know what this player is going to look like. We need to make sure that, again, hold-up play is going to be good. I heard he was, because wasn't Bayern Munich interested in him at one stage?
Who's that? Ramos?
No, the Kolo Muani.
Kolo Muani, yeah. So they're interested in. I mean, look, and let's face it. When Bayern go after a player that's based in Germany, they get the player. Most of the time, they get the player. So, I mean, he could end up going there. I'm not completely opposed to Gonzalo Ramos. I'm not. He did have a good season in Portugal. Obviously, there was that hat-trick he scored in the World Cup. I don't want to pay close to what Liverpool paid for Darwin Núñez last season. 85 million pounds.
Yeah, nah. There's a young player, Jimenez, both-footed. Where's he playing? Someone introduced me to him. The Manchukushina, Santiago, introduced me to this player, right? Striker, 22. Do you lot help us out in the free seats? I watched one of his videos. He scored a lot of goals as well last season. He's decent. Plays for Feyenoord, that's it. Yeah, that guy. That's what we should be. I'm surprised that we haven't looked into a player like that, where it's like, if you're gonna go young and you're looking for someone that's a bit raw, but he needs that opportunity, I think he'd be the guy. I think Man United, I love us to be smarter in the market because you're going to hear in probably 2 to 3 years' time, he's ending up getting to City or he's getting to, for like 30 million. He ends up at another team. Then we always go in and buy these players when they're just too expensive. And it's like, we should just be there earlier, right?
Mm.
You should just
But
get
there's
in there
one
earlier.
thing. One thing is for certain, regardless of who it is, we need to get a striker. And it looks like either way, we're going to end up overpaying whoever it is, whether it is Ramos, whether it's Colin, whether it's Højlund. Looks like it's not going to be Kane or Osimhen or anything like that. It looks like we're going to overpay, but we can't get into next season and we don't have a striker. Like that is still the number one priority.
We'll have one. And I honestly feel that there'll be a striker. I'm hoping that do you know what my real hope is? And it's a scatty one, it's a reckless one for the morning, but I really do hope that Harry Kane puts in a transfer request.
Well, I think it's unlikely.
Saga's not over. I don't think that saga's over at all. I think Man United will be back at Harry Kane's door.
One thing I will say, and I would actually agree with you when it comes to Harry Kane, is that I wouldn't be shocked if there's one last attempt at a push. Maybe not from United, but maybe for him. Because I think United's point of view is at the moment, they're like, if we're getting charged 80 million for Højlund or 80 million for Ramos or, even the Colin 160, they're like, it's not far off Harry Kane. Should we just try and see what happens, But we can't go into next season and not have any striker on the book, certainly. Let's get these super chats before we wrap things up. Carlson says, 2 good years under Tuchel. Mount played under 2 new managers last season. Sashiv says, did you watch AFTV Fan Zone? Robbie was on Copium. I did not. KD, did you witness?
No.
Sashiv also says, Newcastle are making a statement for signing Tonali, of course, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Tonali, they was looking at McTominay before. Now they're looking at Tonali. Hey, don't tell me that wealth doesn't do anything. I don't want to hear that crap. Tonali, this is what they're going to upgrade their midfield to. So you're saying Tonali with Guimaraes right next to him? Insane.
And they've already been talking about strikers for United. They've already got Isak. That's already sorted. No problem. Not bad. I am Coast to Coast, has been a member for 4 months, says as long as it's not giddy up. And I think we just got one more super chat that just went in now. From Ahmad says, guys, I know you don't want to talk about Mason Greenwood, but he is back in training, worth a mention. Well, he's not back in United training, must be said. There were pictures of him training with a private coach or whatever. As we've always said here, when it comes to Mason Greenwood, once there is something official from the club, we'll talk about it. Until then, it's still probably not totally appropriate to speculate on it or anything like that. And also, frankly, I can't speak for Flex or anything like that, but, I don't think we want to be all those people that use that situation for views or clicks or anything like that, because that's not fair, right, or appropriate anyway, really, is it? So,
I want to bomb for this guy.
So I think that if, like I said, once the club say something, then it's time to talk about it. But him having pictures taken of him train or anything like that, I don't think it's really worth discussing just yet. Anyway, guys, there you go. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. How many subscribers are we away? 20 subscribers away from 143.
Oh, we get it. Can I ask you another question? Just to end on it, because I've enjoyed these morning shows. It's been a good week for me. I'm giving myself a pat on the back because I think I've been great. Do you think we're gonna get we're gonna hear that the Man United have gone into exclusivity this weekend?
No, I don't think so. There was something yesterday saying United were going to announce their, was it second quarter reports that was going to be next week? I think the 27th or something like that. So I don't think we'll hear anything until then. Sometimes when they do those earnings calls, sometimes they can be asked questions. I don't know if they will be asked questions at that point. But no, I don't think so. I think let's go into rumble on. KG, it's happened again.
Someone's calling him Ahmed Altani, and I think it's only right because he's done it again.
Well, Ahmed's got a bit of a reputation here as Sheikh Ahmed. Yeah?
Sheikh Ahmed Altani, man.
Well, this is the point, Ahmed. Can you put a bid in?
Ahmed, just buy the club, bro.
Round of applause for Ahmed.
Ahmed Altans. This guy's the original Altans,
gifted 20. United View memberships. What a Friday,
Wow.
KG. Look at this. What
That's
a Friday.
right.
Big up,
What a way to
Ahmed.
end it. You know, that's a Altan. This is Altan's. Imagine if this was Altan's this whole time, just messing around in the chat.
Could you imagine what kind of
Just messing
Scooby-Doo
around.
reveals it was me, like Vince McMahon? It was me, Austin. It was me all along. Oh,
We gotta check. We gotta work out because there's not a lot of pictures of Altani as well, and it could be him, fam.
this is how desperate people are. People are celebrating when a new picture of him comes out. Have you seen that? The new picture?
Yeah. I think we've done really well, like getting through this week, not like heavy in the takeover, chatting a lot of shit and stuff. I think we've done quite good. And that hasn't been that depressing as well. So
Yeah.
Flex, I hope you're gonna use this as a stepping stone to make sure that you're just a bit more lighter, a bit more levity, a bit more.
He's a bit of a downer, isn't he? Can bring the mood down.
Yeah. You see him and he just looks sad in the mornings. It's like, mate, you lot on my morning show. I need this to get through my day.
Yeah. Well, we started off really well, and then we just insulted the boss as well, which is cool. And Ahmad once again says, me as an owner will have to ban alcohol in the stadium, not trying to start a riot. Well, he says you will hate me as an owner. I will have to ban alcohol in the stadium, not trying to start a riot. Mate, alcohol ban in the stadium ain't even the worst thing in the world. You saw that at the World Cup. No problems. You know?
You're talking about the UK now.
That's my point. Well, it was a good show, guys. Anyway, speak to you again very soon. 9 likes away from 700 and still 20 subscribers away from 143K. We'll be back with another transfer view live on Monday. Updates coming through the weekend. Right out there. Peace.